questions to ask throughout a campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming on even deep diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South, they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
There we go. I think we're sorted. I think we're good. All right, we're good. We're good. Big up everyone. Hope you can hear me. Yeah, this is a Spurs preview. Now, obviously, I'm here on my ones at the moment, but don't worry. We have got a Spurs fan, Harry, that's going to be with us shortly. And also, JC's just running a bit late. Crazy day, he said. But listen, it's been a crazy day for me too. We're not coaching. Then I had to fly up to Wembley to go pick up the girls. Traffic, madness. Absolute madness. But yeah, here we are. Tomorrow night, we have Spurs at SELHURST Park. And yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be an easy game, you know. Let's just see who's here early in the comments. You know what? Man's going to have to say a massive big up to William, and I'm going to explain why. Like I'm gonna show you the Make-A-Wish stuff that we're obviously doing, trying to, you know, just raise some money to give one of the youngsters just a better future, you know what I mean? And like big up to William, like he just chucked in a nice little donation to it as well. Thank you for all those who have been able to donate so far. But we'll give you some more information about that towards the end of the show. But obviously, William, big up, bro. No, what you said, it was really appreciated, 100%. You're not just supporting me, you're supporting the whole Eagle Eye football team, man. Yeah, drop a like, 100%, and a sub. And, you know, William, whilst you're at it, put your deets in the comment section. I know you do TikTok stuff in it, so let everyone know what your TikTok name is. Put that in the comment section. Big up the chairman. Yeah, he did message. He said he had a hectic day. He said he had a hectic day. So no, it's all good. It's all good. You know what? Whilst we're waiting, let's talk. Yes, no, it wasn't yesterday. It was Tuesday, was it? Yeah, the under 21s. Let's talk about that game now. You know what? Mateus França, bless him. The way he celebrated was like it's the first time he had sweets from the candy store. Like, bless him, he was so excited. But it was a 3-1 win. And it seemed like a quite dominant performance, to be honest. And what is also promising is that a lot of our under-21 players are coming back to full fitness as well. The big downside, however, unfortunately, Nathan Ferguson has picked up another injury. And by reports from today, it looks like it's a serious hamstring injury, which will require surgery. I don't know if there's another player on this earth that's had as much bad luck as he has had, you know. It's so crazy because, like, on one hand, it was like, oh my gosh, he completed 90 minutes. And literally the next day or two, he requires a surgery, you know. So it's crazy, you know, and I really feel for him. Really feel for him, you know. Yes, the chairman says here, Ferguson played 90 minutes now in an operation. It's so bad, unfortunately. He's so unfortunate with his injuries. And obviously, as Twitter goes, there's a massive debate now as to whether or not he should have his contract terminated or whatnot. But listen, we have our guest here representing Spurs. And before I bring him in, let me just talk. Sorry about that. I think the wife's burning some food to speak. But anyway, I'm going to bring you in.
Hi, yeah, thank you for having me on. Sorry about that.
No, not a problem. First of all, thank you for obviously your flexibility. I know you've just completed the show yourself.
Yeah.
Listen, let everyone know who you are. Obviously, you support Spurs, where they can find you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, if you want to follow me, you can there. Harry Scarf 22. I'm a football content creator on YouTube, on all socials. I'm also an advocate for autism and neurodiversity as well. In my spare time, so you want to check out some of my work there, it'd be massively appreciated. My channel as well, Scarfy's Talk, match previews, match reactions, and weekly live shows every Monday 8 p.m. Any Palace fans that want to come on for the reverse fixture, get in contact and also make it happen. But yeah, looking forward to the game tomorrow. I think it's a big game for both. So yeah, thank you very much for having me on. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, drop us a shout. I'll make sure one of us is on for that return leg.
Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely, that'd be amazing. Thank you.
Awesome. Now, JC, you can stop hiding now. You can come.
Mate, I've literally just got home from work.
I've heard.
I left at 7:30, and I think getting home from Kenneton in the time I did is good.
You've done decent. Hopefully, you don't pick up no speeding tickets, you know.
No. Get them high roads full only 20 now. You know the whole thing.
It is. Listen,
mad. Allow it.
It caught me off guard the other day because I was driving down from where the big Tesco's is.
Yeah.
And I was like, doing my normal like 28, because obviously I'm thinking it's a 30. All I'm seeing is road paintings, 20. I'm like, yo!
Yeah, they're big as well.
Literally, I was like, sorry. That's just...
I was fuming though, because one of them Uber Eats guys, yeah, he was dusting down the road, yeah, over 30, big time. Man had no license plate on. So if he clicked that thing while I was going through it as well, I would be finished. But it didn't click, so I should be safe, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, hopefully. Listen, these guys are crafty, man. It's like there's no notice anymore. There's no notice.
Nah. You know why they take all their things off? Because of all them stupid like zones where you can only go through it with a certain permit. They just take their license plate off and just drive wherever they want.
It's crazy. It is crazy. But anyway, we're here to talk football. Harry, as we said, it's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
We're going to start with Spurs. Now, let's rewind. Summer.
Yeah.
It must have been chaotic for you. All this Harry Kane chat. First and foremost, how did you feel at the time about Harry Kane's departure? Like, was you want to think like, oh, you know what, it's good. Hope he moves on. We might be able to play a bit more free without it. Like, what was your thoughts?
Yeah, listen, I'd love to sit here and go that, I was happy to see him go. It was the right thing for the club. Obviously, you're devastated. You lose your best all-time goal scorer, probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest player that's ever played for your club. And we finished 8th last season. It's the worst, season we'd had, worst place finish for 14 years. And then you go and lose your best player. And then you look at stats that we would have finished 17th without him. It was very worrying going into a new season. Yeah, ouch, it hurt. And Postecoglou, not knowing that much about him, apart from we knew he won the treble at Celtic. Can he step up at Tottenham? Can he cope with that extra level up? So it's a very uncertain and difficult time for Tottenham. So that was everywhere. So in a way, I was glad that it was over, but obviously, you wanted him to stay. But I think how well we've kind of dealt with that is amazing, really, thinking about it. But being top of the league and potential, no disrespect, but this, Friday we could be 5 points clear. So that's just mind blowing when you think about it. When you've lost Harry Kane, statistics said that we'd be 17th and finish 1 point clear. If Harry Kane wasn't here last season. So yeah, I wasn't happy at the time. It's fair to say.
I'm going to ask you a difficult question now. Then
go on.
Had you still kept Harry Kane, do you think you'd still be top of the table?
It's a good question. It's been going around. I've seen it about Spurs Twitter. It's been going around for quite a while now. And it's an interesting one because obviously there's been moments where we go, if Harry Kane was in this team, then perhaps those chances would have been taken. Richarlison's going for a bit of a tough time, I think, at the moment. He's missing lots of chances that Kane could have arguably scored. But at the same time, I think potentially that we may have not been in this position at the same time because others have had to step up. There was that reliance on one player to lift us out the most difficult situations. So I think as a team, as a whole, we're in a lot better place. Others have stepped up. We've had the right manager come in, the right mentality. And it's a fresh start as well. So overall, if you look at the bigger picture and the fee we got for him and how we're doing now, it probably was a good thing. Whether we'd be better off without him, I guess we never know. I mean, I could love to sit here and go that, we're better off without him, but the truth is, Harry Kane speaks to himself on the pitch. He scores. You look at Bayern at the moment, he's scoring goals for fun, and he would do this in this Tottenham team. So I kind of sit here and think, imagine Kane in this Tottenham team under Postecoglou. Where would we sit? How good would we be right now? But at the same time, I'm glad it's happened in a way, because it was that main talking point every single window. Is Kane staying? Is he going? It is a distraction for players. So yeah, I'm going to say I think we're better off kind of without him in terms of others have stepped up.
Yeah, I mean, I've been impressed. I have been impressed, and you know what I like about it? I think the Premier League has a certain arrogance about it, like where you have to have some sort of experience to be able to achieve.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that Ange has stepped in. Obviously, I think the biggest question will be next season, because I think Ten Hag stepped in and did a great job as well, and now this season's a bit So it's kind of the waiting game. But like I said, I think he's been a breath of fresh air for your club. What is it that you think he's done to transform Tottenham?
Oh, great question, Jean. I'd love to know that. But for me, it's just what he's done in a short period of time. You got someone, because when he came in, it was club was a really toxic place. We just lost our best player. Everyone, the majority of people wanted Chairman Daniel Levy gone. Really tough place. We didn't know what manager we were getting. When we did, can he step up? We knew it wasn't our first choice. We had Nagelsmann, Pochettino in there. That, not being funny, the majority of us fans would have preferred at the time. But yeah, for me, it's just how quickly he's done it. I don't know how he's done it, but he's implemented his brand of style really quickly. Got the fans, like I said, completely invested and drawn to it, which is fantastic, because you go back 3 months, you would have loved if you told me we'd be top of the league, 2 points clear at the moment, playing first this weekend, 2 points clear. I would have laughed, not being funny. So it's how far we've come. It's impressed me. The way he handles the media, I think, is fantastic. Again, I still love to know what he's done. But I think, we kind of base things off mentality. The signings we've made, Matt Van der Ven, Maddison, Vicario, we're thinking more about the mentality instead of, perhaps what they offer. We're thinking more about the team. So, no, it's honestly fantastic what he's done. But like you said, the real test will be, can we get through the Christmas period? Can we, I don't want to say maintain the position we're in, but maintain the good football and the positive results, the unbeaten run, for example, because I'd love to sit here and go that we're in a title race, we're going to win the title. We are. It's clear to see we're first and we could be 5 points clear by Friday. But at the same time, a lot of us fans thought at the start of the season to get back into top 4 is the aim, and that still will be a good season. So anything more than that is great. But yeah, Ange Postecoglou's impressed me in every way he's done. And for me, his only mistake as Spurs manager is that Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup third round tie against Fulham and making 9 changes, which I'm sure he'll learn from that. He's every single box.
Absolutely. JC, let's turn our attention to our club. We've got to somehow bounce back against the abysmal Newcastle loss against the team that are currently top of the table, playing free-flowing football, who may have like some mistakes in them, but that's the high risk, high reward sort of factor that Tottenham have. We've got no centre forward, especially if Edwards gets stuck on the left again. How are we navigating this game?
Who said we have to bounce back in this game? Burnley's next week. I mean, if you guys watch Tactical, we go into a lot more depth, but Tottenham are vulnerable, but in very specific scenarios. So they are a very scenario-based team. So there isn't one size fits all for them. They're very free-flowing, let's say. And Ange has obviously given all the players like freedom to do what they please. So you will find players all over the place. Like you will find Pedro Porro further forwards than Son at some points in the game, and they'll be all over the place. But that's just sort of how his managing style is. And I think that their scouting has been spot on. I think that they've identified players that they need to play the way Ange wants. So he loves players that can run in behind, but Tottenham didn't have that guy that could play that killer pass. That's why they bought someone like Maddison. They needed someone at the back to overlap. That's why Adoge has been trusted and been put in. He had a great loan last season at Gladbach, I believe, where he's just been bombing on, and he's been doing that this season so far. And a bit of a strange one, I think, to everyone is Basuma getting back into the team as well, like in this sort of new hybrid role of being a six, but then a ball carrier as well. It's something's happened to that Tottenham team, and a new manager's just given them a whole lease of life. I think it is also a little bit of a factor of Kane's gone, so everyone else has to step up. And I also believe that they've had Conte and Mourinho back to back, who are both extremely defensive managers. And I think now that Ange is a very free flowing and attacking kind of manager, you know, I think that they've seen like the quality that he's got. Like even Sarr, great young player, probably one of the best young midfielders in the whole league at this point. But they have some weaknesses when they're in that transition of having the ball, everyone's moving all over the place, trying to make space. If you nick it off them and break quickly, that time that it takes for all the players are out of position to get back into position and then to defend, by that point we could already be down in their end of the pitch. The only problem there is we know our strikers are dead, and Vicario is having an incredible season. So it all leads up to how dreadful our finishing is, and like no matter tactics or planning can improve our strikers, and that's just a fact. Eze and Elise still out. Granted, our injury list has gone down to 4 now, only 4 players out, which is a huge improvement to what it was. So we've still got our midfield, we've got our defense, we've got our goalkeeper, but it's just the forward line, and that's where our problems will lie. This could be a close game, maybe 1-0, 2-0 Tottenham, but I just can't see us scoring. Their defense is too good, and our strike is just dreadful. The only way we'll get a goal is a dodgy free kick or like some Lampard scrappy goal, lucky goal shenanigans.
I mean, for me, we're gonna have to be mad loud tomorrow night. We're gonna have to they'll say the 12th man. We normally are loud, but the players they're gonna need us tomorrow. But then on the flip side, I guarantee we're gonna see the starting lineup and the whole atmosphere is just gonna go flat. You know?
I think the atmosphere goes flat unless we see France in that starting 11.
I would say Jez. I don't think Francis starts.
I think Jez starts, and I think that's a guarantee, in my opinion. I think that everyone else, he's the best right winger we have at the club right now. But I genuinely think if we can, it's not going to happen. But if we can somehow start Jez and França in the 10, Jez on the right, Ayew on the left, and Eddie up front, that's the best thing we can do at this time. And it will excite the fans. It might not be the best. It might not be what Roy wants to do tactically, but that's the thing that will get the fans excited. Everyone wants to see France in the flesh.
100%. I just think that Schlupp's going to be playing where you said France will be, and then France will come on later on.
That's what I predicted in Tactical. I said we're gonna play Schlupp in the 10, Ayew on the left, Jez on the right, and Eddie up front. That's what I said. But Dan said I want to see França play. I know he played on Wednesday, but I think he's good enough. Yeah,
definitely. And we saw those glimpses. I know it was against Newcastle and it was already like 4-0, but he just wanted the ball. He wanted the ball to eat.
All I'll say, he was on for 20 minutes and we was 4-0 down. Granted, Newcastle weren't playing as best they could, but he made the most chances. I think he was second most chances in the game after Murphy. Like he made 4 key chances in 20 minutes. As a 19-year-old. in his debut, in his Premier League debut.
Yeah,
Like that's got to be something that we've got to look forward to.
100%.
There's no Ballon d'Or clause for nothing. Remember that.
And obviously, lastly, before we do a combined 11, it's going to be obviously harsh on Will Hughes, who I think has slipped in really well. You know, but we've got Lerma and Decore.
You know, Hughes is the perfect guy to bring on.
Yeah,
isn't he? He's still quality, but he's not the level of Lerma and Decore.
No.
But if for example Lerma comes off and Hughes comes on, it's not a downgrade of any sort.
No, not at all. Right, Ari, I'm going to let JC run you through our combined 11s. This should be interesting.
So what we like to do here is we like to do a thing called a nice little combined 11. And what we do is we let you go through it. You pick a combined 11. You pick a team of players which are fit for this game. However, the caveat here is there has to be at least 3 players from each team. So you can't have a full Tottenham team. You have to have at least 3 Palace players.
Okay.
And what we'll do is we'll do it twice. So the first time is players that are currently fit. And then the second time is if injuries and fitness isn't even a question, just full strength.
Okay. Well,
so we'll start in goal.
In goal, for me, it's Vicario.
He's been good, you know. He's been really good.
At left back.
I rate Mitchell, but I think Adoki has been a different level this season, so I am going to have to go with Adoki.
Right back.
Right back, right. Yeah, for me, it's Porro. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, we ain't got a right back, so you got that. Both centre backs.
So this is interesting because I think this is the strong point of both teams. I really rate both Anderson again. I really rate Romero and Van der Ven. And like, for example, I really like Van der Ven, but right now he's not. I'll say he's not ready, but he hasn't got the experience that Anderson and Gay have got. So for me, I'm going to go with a partnership of. It's tough here. Romero and Anderson.
Okay.
Yep. Based on this season, that's fair.
I can understand it going either way. It could be 2 Palace centre backs, could be 2 Spurs centre backs, because I think they've both been excellent.
I tell you what, when I look at this, actually, see the only thing that's stopping us is our front line. Because when you look at both centre backs, both teams really good. Both holding midfielders, both teams really good.
Goalkeepers.
It's just goalkeepers good. I mean, obviously Tottenham's got better fullbacks than us, but our fullbacks don't really embarrass themselves too much. But our front line is just a mess with Eze and Elise out. Oh boy! Hey, sorry, continue.
Who is your double pivot?
This is where it gets interesting, because our midfield has been good. It's fair to say this season. I'm ready. This is where it comes to. I'm going to put Sarr in there as a first one for me. I think he's got to go in there. That's it.
Okay.
Now that's just where it gets interesting. This is the one that are only fit to play, right?
Yeah.
So this is where it gets interesting because I can't creep the likes of Elise and Eze into that midfield. I think our midfield has been a very key part of what we've done. I'm gonna put Decore in there though. I'm gonna put Decore in there. Is he fit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put Decore in there just to make sure I have 3 Palace players in there. See, I'm thinking tactical.
I'm not even going to ask you about the attacking midfield. Madison's in there.
No, thank you very much. Again, this is where it gets interesting.
You need to try and swindle one of our players up front.
I know. No, I'm struggling. I'm gonna
help you
have
out. The only 2 players that realistically get a chance, if we're talking about senior players, will be Edward or Ayew.
Yeah.
Youngsters, it will be Jez or Francois, but then they've not played much minutes.
Yeah, but I would still say Kulusevski and Richarlison are better than both of them, and Son are better up front as well.
I'm not sure about Richie.
I'm deciding my front 3. I don't mind what position you play them in. I'm going to go with Son, Edward, and Kulusevski.
That's fair.
But a fit Crystal Palace team is interesting because for me, as an Elise, have got to be in there somewhere.
We'll do that one in a minute. That one actually would be very interesting.
This is going to be, this will be interesting.
Okay, so you know what? This is actually a decent team.
It is a decent team.
What's stopping that team?
Edward. No, I'm joking.
Well, you say that, but
Actually,
Edward's debut against Spurs.
He was
good.
good.
Can't
Yeah,
forget
right.
that.
He that's what crumbled, wasn't it? Last thing I think it was Nuno, wasn't it? There was a manager then, because that proper because we came into that game top of the league. This is what worries me, right? It's similar to now. We're coming in top of the league, and everything was perfect, and yet that game burst the bubble.
If we score 3 goals tomorrow, boy.
Don't worry. We haven't signed a striker since that game, so it's fine.
Oh, that's all right then.
There's no new strikers, but
yeah,
let's say everyone's fit now. How does this team look?
This is tough.
It looks interesting. For me, in that team, you take out Decore for Eze to start with, just to get Eze in that team and put him in a deeper role.
You can't.
Did not let you.
I will banish that. You can't. You can't play Eze in anywhere other than the 10.
Could Madison go left and Son up top?
Yeah.
And then the question is it Kulu or Lise?
Is Elise a fully
For
fit
me,
Elise?
anyway, it is. But
A fully fit Elise for me, just yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good point.
Jeez, this was cold, you know.
Now that
is a lot better. That is so much better.
Oh, Rich. You know, man. I know it's Palace bias coming in here heavily, yeah. I play Gay and Anderson over Romero, I can't lie to you.
Would you?
I am when I was doing tactical, I digged into Romero quite a bit. Like my guy's given away 3 penalties already this season.
Yeah.
That is that side to his game. Then perhaps Van der Ven gets in there, because I think if you look at our defensive partnership, that is what saved us. Because, like you say, we are vulnerable in transitions or when teams win the ball back. And Van der Ven's pace, quickest player, in the Bundesliga last season is what saved us. So for me, in that defence, both Marquet and Van der Ven are very unlucky not to be in there.
Can you imagine that this is like a manager's nightmare? Like you got 4 quality centre backs.
Yeah, 4 quality centre backs.
I mean, I know Romero's had he's given away a bit. I just think he's been a bit better defensively than he's been previously, because he's known to be very rash.
Yeah.
One penalty was at handball against Arsenal, was it? Which I thought was that was harsh.
That was harsh, but he does have that side to his game. By the way, can you change the formation with this or not?
Yeah, we can change it. What do you want?
Can. I want to see what it looks like in a 5-2-3. Then you can get 3 centre backs in.
Ooh, so who gets dropped out of that?
Oh, I guess we're gonna find out.
There's not a 5-2-3, but there's a 5-2-1-2.
Is there not?
2-1-2.
That looks all right. So yeah, as a fullbacks, Porro and Doki. Got to make sure there's enough Palace players in here. Lise, Eze. See, for me, it would be Van der Ven instead of Marquet.
I noticed.
I did, don't worry. Oh. But I can understand both opinions, because I think they're both top centre backs.
But then you need 2 strikers now. And you can't have Madison and Eze and Elise in this team. Only one of them gets in here.
1 out of the 3.
None of them can play striker, no?
Well, I wouldn't put it past Madison, to be fair with you. And Elise and Eze,
Well,
if me,
one of
Eze,
them's getting dropped. And then who goes into that second midfielder spot then?
Basuma and Decore.
What, over Sarr, yeah?
Yeah,
Is Basuma not back for this game?
He is.
he is back. Yeah, but he's got 4 yellow cards. So do you play him? We have
Oh,
Chelsea next. So do you play him or not? So it's interesting because I think it resets after the international break, and we've obviously got those 2 games. So it's whether
Oh, so he might not be risked.
He might not be risk, or we may get a yellow card and make make it a lot harder when Chelsea comes to us. So, I think that seems good.
I'm not a fan of this at all.
The 4-3-3 was a lot better.
Yeah.
What would you change out of that?
Everything, the formation.
Yeah.
I'll go back to how it was. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, the 4-3-3 looks a lot better.
Yeah, to be honest, you can have 3 midfielders. I think it's quite key. Both of our strong points is the centre backs. So if you can get as many centre backs in there, that's what you want. And then you come to create midfield.
I love how this guy saying his strong point is not his forward line, but he's got Son up there.
Well, apart from Son,
I'm mad.
it was a strong point last season. I'll give you that.
No,
All right.
JC, you have some comments.
Yeah, we ain't hit a comments yet at all.
Quite a lot of comments as well.
Big up, William, Arsenal fan, man like Rich Escobar. Big up. Yeah, that's me coming through. 90 minutes and having an operation. This guy, I want him to succeed, but he is just a walking sick note at this point.
It's bad, isn't it?
Apparently, I was beefing a wasp. Big up to Josh Brady. Obviously, I want Chicken Ball ZFC to lose to Wolves Palace. Andrew's song is great. It was great until I saw the singer of that song actually try and sing it, and he just did it.
Robbie Williams.
Yeah, he actually tried a bit too hard, and it was a bit cringe.
Yeah. It's a lot better when we have our singer James Black do it, but I don't like Robbie Williams personally.
Yeah, when he done it, it was a bit cringe. I can't lie.
It ruined it slightly. I've got to admit.
Yeah, really determining whether or not night match not very convenient for me. I think purely because I live so close to the stadium,
Yeah.
I really don't mind. I really don't mind the night game. I think if anything, they're a little bit better.
Yeah, it's literally like a 10-15 minute walk for both of us. You know what I mean? So
Martin here saying Lo Celso from Wishes.
I guess I look like Lo Celso.
I mean, you could pass for a younger Martin as well.
You wouldn't want that. Have you met Uncle Ray?
Not yet.
Keep it that way. He's in France for him with an injury. Twice in a few days is a bit much. He's a destroyer. Yeah, he's just
Don't he look like his younger brother?
a little bit. That's a dodgy picture of Martin as well, you know. Good team apart from Kulu and Eddie. Big up yourself, Pat. We ain't seen you around in a while, man. How's it going?
Yeah, for real.
Pat is loving the dreads.
Yeah, just waiting for them to go out.
Fires this formation looks like a prayer circle.
Right. Let's talk about the game. What's the key for the Spurs? What's going to be the key? Getting the 3 points. Obviously, your favourites, but what would be the key?
No pressure. we were the favourites last season. I mean, and what was it? Last season before under Nuno, and what happened then? So, I mean, you just never know in football. I give credit to Palace and their fans where credit is due. If you ask me at the moment, places I don't want to go. As a away team, it would be probably St James's Park because it's like and how well they're doing there, and Selhurst Park would be in the top 3 or 4 because they know how to put on an atmosphere, they know how to make it difficult for their opponent, and what will be interesting to see from a Spurs point of view, because last season we had this word Spursy thrown around a lot, which is fair, completely fair, and the mentality issues. So it'll be interesting to see how we can cope. Friday night away from home, good atmosphere. Palace fans' potential to be the 12th man. Can we deal with that? At the same time, as and Elise not being available, that helps us massively because, we talk about Palace team, I think is really strong defensively, and with Eze and Elise would have been very strong going forward as well and had goals and creativity in them. It would have been for me, very even. That could have gone both ways, but I can't see, apart from a mistake from us, where a goal from you is going to come from, being honest. So I think it could be, can you keep us out? So, Sheffield United were the closest to do that. They kept us out for, what was it in the end, 94, 95?
Yeah, it was too late goals, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was really late. And with Sheffield United at the bottom of the league, so, you could do it. I personally think that from our point of view, it's just getting the 3 points, improving on the performance. I went to the game against Fulham. In the second half, I don't think we were fantastic. So for me, it's improving on that. And it's obviously make sure players come out of that still fit for the Chelsea game. 4 yellows for the Chelsea game. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting. But although obviously from a Spurs point of view, it's better that Eze and Elise aren't available. But from a neutral point of view, Eze and Elise would have made it really interesting.
Oh, definitely. And obviously JC covered this a lot more on tactical yesterday, but for me to share my 3 points, yeah, we're gonna have to somehow be clinical. I mean,
yeah,
or it's gonna be a case where we.
Whatever you think of Jordan, I don't think he's a clinical player. I think he gets good positions, but I just can't see him taking his chances.
He's not clinical. He just works hard for us. The only other way we're getting through this is if we something similar to Man United away, where we just defend for our lives. And then hopefully set piece and such, But it's crazy because obviously last season's game at Selhurst Park, for 45 minutes, we were brilliant. And then when Spurs took the lead, that was it. We literally capitulated,
I think your best chance from experience. See, we struggle, obviously, expect with the style that Postecoglou plays. We will struggle against low block teams. And when you have centre backs like Palace doing, I keep saying it, in Anderson and Mark Gay, because Newcastle perhaps is a bit different. But with this, I think your best chance is sitting very, very deep and having the old counter attack. You've got to go there for a point because you get a point. Not being funny, that it'd be a very good point. And I know it's at home, but we're talking about a team right now that is flying. The bubbles, it hasn't been burst yet, and we're doing really well for the league as well. So I think a point for you would be an excellent result. So if you can defend, get onto that. Maybe hold up 0-0, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll take that all day.
Yeah,
I'm taking 0-0. I'm taking 1-1. I'm taking anything.
I would say 3-3, but I don't know where your goals are going to come from.
Own goals.
From you
guys.
No, Romero penalties. That's what it'll be.
That's an issue.
Nice. Right. Hey, we do something called a predictions league. Let me update you on what that's like. So, based on last week's games, Nicky did a madness. 20 points. So he's got 5 correct scores and the rest of them are correct results. I know Martin messaged me about a thing. We looked into it. We did look into it there, and we've rectified Discord as a future
Discord's
precaution.
got a bot now to stop. So if people start cheating, I've got evidence. I'll just post the receipts online.
100%. So as it stands amongst the England football team, Nicky's now gone top. I'm now second. And there's a bit of a gap because obviously that was one crazy week of scores. But JC's still third. Dan's climbed up to...
I'm just holding it in no man's land right now. I'm fine with that.
Dan's fourth, especially considering he had a 15-point deduction. RHEA fifth and Nate bottom at the moment. I'm going to attribute that to not only his new job, but his love life. I think he's distracted.
Well, both of them or just one of them.
As it goes to like the community and everyone else that's involved in this, Mange is actually top of the rest of the lot. I think that Mange, Moss, and Midge, I think, were the ones that had some really decent scores, you know. And then down at the bottom, we got two that are in hiding. Coltrane and Louis, we need to find you. Like,
They're both on fraud watch.
literally, you know when you know you're struggling and you try to just dip out on the slide. Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't do that. So, I forgot to put an overlay for this, but basically, Harry, just make sure you don't finish bottom of the guest league. In fact, let me see if I can upload it real quick. The lowest is 5 as it stands. Now you get 3 points.
I'm not very good with score predictions, by the way. I do one for the podcast I host, and I'm joint bottom at the moment, so I'm not happy about that. So it could be a record here in the wrong way. Who knows?
We'll see.
You consent to going into our predictions league, though, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely do.
Love that.
Right, well, there's a forfeit if you hit bottom, though.
Yeah. So
Oh, God, right. Okay, bring it on.
you've just got to beat 5.
Oh, I can do that. I'll do that.
So don't forget, if you get the correct score, that's 3 points automatically. If you get the correct result, that's 1 point.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So I've got my pen and paper at hand. Right. Palace Spurs.
2-1 Spurs.
Chelsea Brentford.
Oh, it's interesting. 2-0 Chelsea.
Arsenal Sheffield United.
3-1 Arsenal. I hate to say it.
Bournemouth Burnley.
Oh, boring 1-1.
Wolves Newcastle.
Oh, 1-0 Newcastle.
West Ham Everton.
2-2.
Villa Luton.
3-0 Villa.
Brighton Fulham.
Oh, 3-1 Brighton.
Liverpool Forest.
3-0 Liverpool.
And the Manchester Derby. Manchester United at home.
Oh, who's at home?
Manchester United.
Oh, right, interesting. I'm going to go with 1-1.
Sweet. Those are all registered. If you want to change any of those, they must let me know before 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, I don't plan to.
No problems.
It's a lot better than the podcast I'm on because once I've said it, I'm not allowed to go back on it. So actually nice to know that you can go back on it. So
we have like a generic it's 1 hour before the first game week.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
we do so
because the teams have an impact on it. So you want it done for them.
Yes, but the second the team comes out, or even before the team comes out, you can't do nothing.
No, that's understandable.
You just got to go off paper talk and hope for the best.
This is it. A few more things before we wrap up.
Yeah.
Firstly, guys, that's the wrong screenshot. Dead. But anyway, we are raising money for Make-A-Wish Foundation. I literally thought, you know what it was? It's the old one I've got the old one and the new one. We are raising money for Make-A-Wish Foundation. We've got a few more donations in yesterday. So it has gone up now to £250 so far raised.
Oh, fantastic.
So, Jason, I don't know if you've got the link available. If you want to chuck that into the chat.
I can find it.
Lovely, and I'll see if I can find the actual, the correct one. I knew it looked wrong. I was thinking, hold on a sec. I'm sure. Hey, that's the one I'm looking for. There you go. There it be. But we have gone up to £250, which is good. And our target is £500 by the 31st.
By New Year's.
All right, sweet. And then we'll do like a raffle or like a sweepstake, and then we'll just give one of the donators a bit of birch as a thank you.
The link is in the chat.
Lovely. And here's the correct one. There we go. Well, it's bare small, isn't it? Well, we're up to £250, by the way, guys. we're up to £250. So any contributions will be great. Finally, I had a chat recently, and you must have sent a tweet out regarding a Crystal Palace supporters sort of advisory board sort of thing. So guys, please, if you could, let me just share my screen. If you want to be involved in that, it will be great. They are looking for... My guys are doing the most. They are looking for a more diverse sort of board, just to be able to hear from fans. You know, so this is their website. Let's go to About Us, so you know a bit more about them. Okay, so they've been formed by a group of Palace fans who have supported the club for many years and are active in fan forums and social media, working to ensure following the loss of the previous supporters trust, we continue to have a direct route into the club to raise issues that matter to fans. So I know they've got a meeting with the club. I think it's either the end of this month or the end of next month. And it's really about obviously gaining the voice. So through that, they're obviously going to be looking at like major areas of concern are like away tickets and traveling, ticket prices, fixture scheduling, the new stand. So these are some of the things that they're going to be talking to the club about and trying to get more information from. But if there's anything else that you may want to voice your opinion on, the best thing to do is to go on the website, which I'll put the link in the chat in a minute. And if you scroll down, you can join, be a free member, and they'll like send you like loads of information and so on and so forth. So guys, please look into it. It's for a good cause. It's about trying to better the Crystal Palace fan experience in a sense, you know, and I'm sure there's things that fans are happy or not happy about and would love it to be discussed and voiced more on a week-to-week basis. So that's the website for their supporters board. Lovely. I think that covers everything. Right. Only thing that's upcoming, obviously we're at the game tomorrow night. So the fan cams will be out either that night or Saturday.
Yeah, they'll be out the same night.
Other than that, RHEA's presser may not be live only because it was out yesterday. No, it was out earlier on today. And normally it's on a Friday. But with our game on a Friday, I'll probably either pre-record it tomorrow. Yeah, it's not point me going live. Everyone will be at work if I did it live. So yeah, I'll just pre-record it and upload it tomorrow, and that'll be up definitely before the game tomorrow. I think I've covered everything. I hope.
When I know that it was meant to happen last Sunday, but when is this rap battle happening? Because
that's all on CM.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
That is all on CM. I must admit, JC is ready. Oh wait, did you extend your verse or did you leave it?
Maybe.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so I'm gonna chase CM on that because yeah, that needs to hurry up and happen. I'm gonna set a new deadline.
Next international break?
That's in a couple of weeks, isn't it?
It's only in 2 weeks' time from now.
Yeah, we have to make sure it's then. We have to.
If it's not, I win by default.
Deal.
100%. I have to. So the rapper loses a rap battle.
But yeah, that should be good fun. Harry, before we shoot off, please let everyone know a bit more once again about where to find you and about the autism awareness that you do as well. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure I saw a post about a potential football match that you're organising as well.
Yeah, spot on. So I'll talk about that as well. Yeah, thank you very much, firstly, for having me on. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to everyone in the chat. And good luck for the rest of the season after tomorrow, though, please. No, good luck, all jokes aside. If you want to follow me, you can there, Harry Scarf 22, or on any social media platform. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can there, Scarfy Spurs Talk, match previews, match reactions, and weekly live podcasts every Monday, 8 p.m, streamed live to YouTube. And available on wherever you get your podcast after. But yeah, I'm organising at the moment a charity match for 2024 to raise money for the National Autistic Society with another TikTok football conference. So yeah, it's in the process of being organised at the moment, and our squads will be announced in the coming weeks. We're currently going through that now, going through the logos, the kits, the badges, the venue. So that will be sorted shortly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be around springtime. We're going to aim for next year. So yeah, because it's in the process of organising. So yeah, absolutely buzzing and looking forward to that. And yeah, so it's just been fantastic, really. So just all the people wanting to be involved. So massive thank you for that. And last but not least, as well, if you I've got a survey currently going. Getting with people with disabilities, different learning needs, and what can be improved on their match day experience and what they like, to gather that data and put ideas forward. Good me having those opinions, but I want to get people's thoughts on behalf of maybe of someone who's autistic or has a disability, or them themselves. So if you want to check that out, that is my pin tweet at the moment. But yeah, thank you for having me on once again. It's been a pleasure.
No, awesome. And just lastly, on that charity football match, is that open for guests, like fans, to come and watch as well?
It will 100% be open for people to watch, and that money from the tickets, we haven't decided, the price, etc., and where it will be, but that will go towards the cause as well. So yeah, it'll be a great day. They'll raise a lot of money, but yeah, it'll be open. It's just finding the right stadium now. There's a lot of people who look like they're going to attend, so absolutely buzzing to be part of it. So yeah, we've just created a Twitter page as well today for the match. So when I'm finished on here, I'm going to be spending some time on that as well. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome. If anyone pulls out, yeah, I'll put my name in the hat.
100% let you know. Okay. Thank you.
No
That's excellent. Sometimes people do pull out, so you never know.
That is it. JC, you to play?
Well, you see me play football. If I can go hang, then of course.
All right, listen, really appreciate all of you for tuning in. Make sure you go and check out Harry on all of his socials, and especially with regards to the charity match and the autism awareness as well. That is a massive thing that he's doing. Don't forget, obviously, the GoFundMe, guys. Any donations will be great. And check out the CP Crystal Palace Supporters Association for what they're doing as well. And apart from that, we'll try and enjoy tomorrow's game.
Not too much.
I enjoy it. But other than that, guys, it's been a pleasure. And as always, at the Palace.
Eagles!